Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Let's take a look at the person who's on Virgo's mind, all right? We shall see what we've got here. I'm going to go for a real colorful deck first. Ace of Cups. The person on Virgo's mind has a lot of love for Virgo as well, plain simple. I know this isn't like a bouquet of flowers, but that's almost kind of like in a very abstract sci-fi type thing. It almost feels like they're holding like a bouquet of flowers, like they wish they could give this to Virgo, or maybe they want to, or maybe they're going to. Let's take another look here. They do have like they don't have a shirt on, which is why I had to cover them up a little bit. But anytime I see somebody who doesn't have their shirt on, I always think it's that they want to open up their heart. And certainly in this case, the side of them that is most uncovered is the left side where their heart would be. Two of Cups. Wow. This is somebody who feels like Virgo is their other half. Virgo is their sun and moon balancing like energy flow. This is somebody who, I don't know if they want to like sit in the morning and have coffee with Virgo, sit at night and, drink like a little after dinner sippies and talk late into the night. It's like you're the first person I want to see in the day. You're the last person I want to talk to at night. You're the person I want to share dreams and fears with. You're the person that I want to share ideas with and build. And I feel like Virgo is both their muse and their monster. Virgo is the person that they want to share it all with, the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs. This person adores Virgo. We have got the Magician sideways. And at the same time, I kind of feel like they sometimes think they're either lying to themselves or they get their brain all muddied about. It's almost like there's so much emotion that they have for Virgo that they get kind of tangled up or caught up, or they wonder if they're tripping, or they wonder if they could really create this, or they wonder if these emotions are really real. Five of Swords. God, this person, why do they get pissed off? This always looks like a hood ornament to me, but with like, if a hood ornament could actually come to life, and we have this kind of, I don't know, like it's a jackalope. It looks like it's, part like deer, part bunny type creature. It feels like this person gets pissed off the more they think about Virgo, and the more it bogs them down, and the more they get hung up on Five of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who doesn't want to be sad over Virgo, but it feels like they are. They get angry and they tell themselves that I shouldn't be mad and upset over Virgo. Knight of Cups. They seem like they're mad at themselves, because it feels as if they wish that they could just go riding into Virgo's world. This horse, by the way, has like these neon green, like almost glow in the dark hooves. And I'm just picturing somebody has like neon green lighting somewhere, or they have like something that glows in the dark. Maybe somebody has like those little stars stuck to their ceiling or something that glow in the dark. They wish that they could just be so open and pure with how they actually feel about Virgo. Queen of Swords, Justice card sideways. Yikes. Okay. They muddied something with Virgo and they're mad at themselves for it. It should have just been raw truth. And this is still, they could be an air sign, by the way. We did see them possibly as a fellow Virgo or a Gemini with a Magician card, but now we've got Libra coming in, and we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius coming in. This is somebody who wishes that they had just said the full truth to Virgo, even though the full truth might not have made things so much better, but they're really pissed off, I think, at themselves, that they know how important Virgo is to them, but it's like maybe this was a complicated situation. And they're mad that they're over here saying, I don't want to miss Virgo. I just want to run toward Virgo and just like spit it all out. I feel like they're constantly being buzzed by their guides, like, go tell Virgo everything. And it's like, yeah, but I don't know what's going to happen if I do. Is that going to make it better or worse? And they know darn well, we've got two sets of like divine wings, almost like they maybe half tried to tell Virgo a truth at one point and then held back from giving the full truth. And this is like, take off the damn mask and say everything and let Virgo decide. I think this is somebody who botched things with Virgo pretty badly at some point. They weren't honest the way they should have been. They didn't lay out all the information. Hang on. I am freezing cold and I need a sip of tea. Sorry, it's a precarious spot. I've got my tea mug, but apparently I like to live dangerously. It's just I could wipe out a whole bunch of my decks of cards if I tip my tea over. We have got the Temperance card and the Devil. Now I only read this deck in the upright because there's already 2 meanings on each card, but Temperance going to the Devil, and it did present in the reverse, but I'm not going to go down that road too far other than to say, obviously, what they're playing with is this going to make me look like a monster, or is this going to bring me into balance with Virgo? This is what I think the big fear is. But the thing is, if they're already missing Virgo, Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords to the King of Swords, they really want to face Virgo. This is somebody who, if they have to say something true to Virgo, even though they're like, I don't know. If I said the whole truth, Virgo might think I'm a terrible person. They might also want to work with me. They might think both of me. They might want to, like, I know I have to have balance with Virgo, even if it means that they don't like me. But I would also like defend my position and argue with Virgo. And it's like this person is building themselves up to, I'm not going to say fight Virgo, but fight for Virgo, because they're trying to say, but I love you, despite maybe I didn't handle things right, but I love you. What is it that they think that they would be judged as a monster for? Queen of Wands going to the King of Wands. Okay, that could be a big deal if they have some other connection. The King and Queen of Wands. Why do we've got an awful lot of, King and Queen energy out here, right? We've got the 3 of Coins going to the 4 of Coins, and we got the 9 of Coins going to the 10 of Coins. I'm going to go ahead and say that they either started things with Virgo when they absolutely should not have. This could indicate that there was like a third party thing and they held that back. They didn't tell Virgo the truth. They were still like sorting out something when they first started things with Virgo, and now they've sorted it all out. But it's also like, I messed things up with you at the beginning by not just telling you the full truth. Can I change the decks here and get one more card on that Queen to the King of Wands? And now we further complicate it by a King of Cups. Hang on, let's get a couple cards. What is the situation? Because this is the reason I think Virgo will think that they're a monster when they explain the whole situation, because they only gave Virgo half of a truth before. We have the Chariot upright. We have a 4 of Pentacles. We have a 3 of Wands. Definitely something about timing, trying to move things forward, not giving Virgo 100% of their time and energy, wanting to preserve Virgo for themselves for later, leaving Virgo sitting there at the train station, more or less. I think what they're going to have to go ahead and come clean on is either when I met Virgo, they could have still been paying off a house. You notice how we have on the King and Queen of Wands relationship here, we've got like this huge, like it's almost as if they had already put down money to like buy a house with somebody else or something, and then that still had to get tidied up, because this isn't really a built palace. This is like I bought a plot of land with somebody else at one point in time because that's supposedly the person I was going to be with. And then it was like, no, I'm not. I want to be with Virgo, but I am not going to be able to be with Virgo until into the future. So I'm trying to hang on to Virgo and not tell Virgo this, and I don't know, maybe with all of these kings and queens and all this mess, maybe this is like, I don't know if this person jumped lanes like more than once. This could have been very messy, very, very, very messy. They could have had one relationship that they, broke up and then, still divorcing somebody, but then got involved with somebody else who they thought they were going to be with, the King and Queen of Wands. And then they're like, no, I don't want that either. I want this Virgo because I actually finally really fell in love. But Virgo's going to not believe a word I say, especially if I have, look, we have even 2 dogs here, 2 different versions of loyalty. Meanwhile, Virgo is the third person. We got 3 of Pentacles. It almost feels like they had 2 other people plus Virgo. I'm sorry, I know that's really very messy, but if this is what they've been holding back, maybe they only told Virgo one half of it, which is like Virgo knew that I was kind of like in a messy divorce or something, still sorting things out, but I didn't tell them that I also had another relationship that was actually still messy and was sorting out. I see two layers of lies, or not lies, but two layers of a mess. They really do think that they only told Virgo half of a truth and they should have just laid it all out. They're so mad at themselves for not doing it, because how do you handle it when you've told Virgo half of one truth, but not the full truth? And so now you already botched stuff with one layer, but now you've botched it because you're going to come in and say, all right, so listen, I really love you, Virgo. And you know that I had kind of a sticky situation in the past. Okay, but I had a whole nother layer to the sticky situation that I didn't want to tell you. Even here, we do have two people picking from the tree. And then we've got I had two different situations I had to make peace with. And I think that you're going to hate me for this, Virgo. I think I should have told you all of this right out of the gate. In addition to the first relationship I was ending, I also had somebody else that I had bought property with or thought I was going to be with. And then I had to end that with them too in a satisfactory manner. But I really did fall in love with you, Virgo. I see why they'd be so pissed at themselves. And they're also really upset because they're trying to argue, but I actually really, really, really love Virgo. Like, I really love Virgo. But now, what must I look like? And if I come back in to say all this, Virgo is the one I give my heart to. And they're also the one who had to wait the longest for me to make everything else right. And they're the person I didn't tell all of this to. Let's take a quick peek at Virgo. What has Virgo thought of this person? Actually, I think we want that deck. What has Virgo's position been, or what is Virgo's thought process about this person right now, the person on Virgo's mind? We got the 8 of Cups in the reverse. Virgo actually wants this person to come back. Does Virgo know about a big old mess? 9 of Coins. Virgo's like, I don't care about other people's messes. I'm stable and secure, and I say what I want. Okay. Or does Virgo think that they're actually somebody who sorted their stuff out? Empress upright. If anything, Virgo's like, I only operate based off of what I want. I want somebody to come back I feel solid and secure in myself. And I always send out into the universe the message that I actually want. I want to hear from this person again. I want to deal with them again because I said so. I'm not asking for somebody to give me things. I'm saying I want to deal with this person again. Why does Virgo want to deal with this person again? 7 of Swords. I want them to tell me the truth. I know that they've lied to me. I want the full truth this time. Okay, so I was going to say this Virgo seems very calm and very secure. And I was like, then what would they want with this person? And Virgo's not saying, oh, I want them back. I miss them. I love them. This is Virgo saying, oh, I want to hear the full story. I know that there's things that they lied about. I know that there's additional layers of things that they lied about. And I want to hear the whole thing. 7 of Cups. It's mostly because Virgo's like, honestly, I'm intrigued. I want to know, I've pondered so much. I wonder if Virgo had this inkling. I think this person has a bunch of lies. I think it's more than one, because I can unravel one layer, but then there's some other murky thing that doesn't fit in. And I wonder if, okay, so here's the maker of the deck. So this is the universe. I feel like if anything, Virgo, this is actually them connected to their higher self saying, in truth, I never knew everything, did I? And it's like, I can hear it from my higher self. And for me, either to get closure, I would like to know the full truth of what happened. This isn't Virgo being angry or being like, ooh, they can stand up and tell me the full truth and, tremble before me. No, this is just Virgo saying, I never understood what actually happened. And I just would like to know the answer. There's the Magician. And it is because Virgo says, on one hand, this person loved me. I know they did. And I want to hear that part too. I want to see if I believe it when they tell me this, because I also know that they were lying through their teeth. but I can't figure out for the life of me what layers of lies there were versus what layers of truth there were. But somewhere in the midst of all this, Virgo has this confidence, like, I know that they loved me, but I also know that there was a bunch of crap that they hid. I want the full story now. Page of Coins. I think in the past it was like, I'll never get the full story if I ask them to give it to me. So that's something that I would want them to return and tell me. That's where I'm at. Just return and tell me. I'm not going to push to get it from you, though. They should return and tell me. But it's funny. I almost never pay attention to this, but you notice how we have this masculine and feminine riding through the trees, but they're like a misty cartoon version. And it's like, and all the trees don't have any leaves on them. This is where we're at in real life. This is the fantasy aspect or the memory of the past. Virgo's like, somehow I believed maybe it was all fantasy, but I don't think so. I think I knew this person really wanted to be beside me in the past. In fact, I'm positive about it. The more time that's gone on, the more sure I am that they really did want to be with me. But whatever problems there were, man, they went about it all wrong in talking to me about them. And I think that they know they made things worse, which is why it's like Virgo says, I figured out as much as I can on my own without them telling me all of the bits and pieces. But I know that they loved me. And for some reason, this needs to still be addressed. Ace of Swords, it's just time for truth. That's all Virgo wants. Okay, then let me just go ahead and say this. Character, you are really, really, really lucky that Virgo actually wants to hear from you. This is your opportunity. Are you going to talk to Virgo? And we just need a plain and simple answer. Are you going to talk to Virgo? We have got the Five of Wands upright. We've got the King of Cups upright. And we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. What they're going round and round and round in their mind and analyzing and can't stop thinking about is, I love this Virgo and I'll never be the person that Virgo will pick. I love this Virgo and I don't even, other than to tell Virgo that I love them, there's no way I can offer Virgo anything. Why would you not offer Virgo anything? We have the Star card. Virgo's so far out of my league. I mess things up so freaking bad. So are you going to talk to Virgo? Again, you're going round and round in your head about what you can't offer, what you can't say, but what you want to say. They've Nine of Swords. That could either mean that they're so freaked out right now because they're about to do something, or they're so freaked out that they'll never do anything. Eight of Wands sideways. They're so freaked out. It's like they waffle from maybe every 8 minutes. Like, I'm picking up the phone to call Virgo. I'm putting it down. I'm picking up the phone. I'm putting it down. Okay, character, you need to get control of yourself and you need to make a decision because the story is over. And we end with, I don't know. Virgo is so attractive. Virgo is so sexy. Virgo is so amazing. I don't know what to do. Okay, then for the moment, the answer is no. They're not reaching out. They're obsessed with Virgo. They're freaked out over Virgo. They want more than anything to tell Virgo the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And they think Virgo is so far out of their league. Unfortunately, right now, that's where things are. Universe, you have one message just for Virgo in all this. Knight of Cups, King of Swords. This still says, Virgo, by all means, just know that this person wants to come in and tell you the truth. But if they don't, somebody else will be coming in. I don't know. This looks like, let's take this to a part 2, Virgos, because I don't know how to end this one. I feel like this is wrong to end it here. There will be a free link in the description box. Thanks for